Good afternoon, everybody. Still on the road. I've been driving for about 3 hours now. Got about another 9 hours to go before I can put it in park. But anywho, I was watching now. They're saying there's been other sightings of Kiely at Boca the next day. I don't know. I ain't looked into that yet. But I'm just thinking of everything. I think they're going to come out of an accident, but has anybody made a list of everything that just seems not right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody keeps talking about Sammy and Jagger and Katie and Mags and, you know, these little key players. I wasn't hip to it when it first come out. I went back and looked at some stuff, you know. I'm like, okay, this ain't right. What's this? What's that? You know. And here's my list of shit that just ain't right to me and my common sense, my educated mind. And we'll start with Saturday, that day, when it was reported. Sammy and all the kids come out, and they was basically pushing this abduction, and they didn't put out a Amber Alert. She's still a minor. There should have been an Amber Alert, but yet they was treating it like an abduction. The way the news and everything, you know. And then you had Sammy doing this teens only, which was weird. I don't see how the cops would even allow that. They should have stomped on that neck right from jump. You know, and then you had Jagger with his post going, everybody, the cops want me to, you know, go through all the damn tips and him and her doing all that, you know. Then they still treating it like an abduction, but they was all meeting at Prosser. I mean, what did they do for 2 weeks? Did they search all of Prosser and around Prosser? Is that what they did the whole 2 weeks? I mean, I don't understand. And if they did concentrate strictly on Prosser, what was they looking for? Because their vehicle was missing. You know, you had the two, Jagger and Katie went to Reno, but all the little news clips I seen was like at Prosser, and then they said that how many thousands of man hours, but there's no videos of the actual search in the water, and all that is weird. All that is weird. And then you've got this PI, SF investigates. You know, he was, from jump, he was like saying abduction. It just, everybody's pointing to abduction. And bring her home, we want her. They was all talking in past tense, like she was dead when they referred to her. But they was all saying abduction. You know, they was going to stop the borders, tighten up the border, put up the wall. All that crazy shit. And then the minute AWP says, yeah, we'll come down and look, they scale back their investigation. They take it to a different route, which I don't even know what that was. Was it going from an abduction to foul play, a murder? I don't understand that either. And then they come in with the tow truck dude or car guy, whatever, roadside assistance, whatever. And the minute I heard his story about the car not starting in neutral, I was like, nah, that dude's wrong. That dude's wrong, straight up wrong. car to start neutral. I'm not a certified mechanic, but short of putting crank and pistons, and I've did that. I've rebuilt a couple motors, and I know my way around vehicles. And when he said it wanted to start in neutral, that's when I was like, well, what the heck? That's not right. And if he's a tech, he should know that. I could have seen, the key won't even come out of ignition. You got to be really stupid to not realize your vehicle is in neutral. Honestly, you do. Anybody in any vehicle, go start your car, put it in neutral, turn the key off, and then try and take your key out, or try and start your car, turn your key on. Even the dead battery, nowadays they got timers on your dome lights and your headlights and all that shit. That shit won't even run your battery down now, because of the way computer systems are set up in cars. They put timers on your headlights. I think like my Ranger, it was an 08, and it had 20 minutes. 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, my headlights would shut off if I left them on. Dome light, same way. I left my doors open. I was out hunting one day. Left my doors open, my dome lights on. I come back thinking I was going to have a dead battery. No. Dome light, it's like all the electronics, they shut themselves down so your battery won't go dead, so it keeps the computer alive. So, the dead battery thing is like, unless it's like starter, faulty starter, or your battery, or something crazy like that. And then he was saying she was acting weird. Honestly, if that was me and I come up on a girl and her and that guy had interactions like that, and she was asking me about weird ass questions like that, I myself would have looked at her and said, "Are you okay?" And I'd have looked at the dude and I said, "Is this dude bothering you? Do you need help? Do you need me to contact somebody or thump him?" And if I didn't think I could take old boy or help girl myself personally, the minute I walked away, I'd dial 911. We need an officer here. So that whole thing is weird. Then it gets thrown off, and now we got them searching all 3 bodies of water, wasting the whole day. Then they do find Kiely, and the minute they find her, everybody is mad. The mother was surrounded. She was behind a wall. If that was my child, I'd have made a bologna sandwich if I was hungry and I'd have been watching. Every body of water they'd have went to, I'd have been right there watching them. That's bullshit. I wouldn't have been at no restaurant. I wouldn't have been home. From the minute their boat was in the water, I would have been watching them. Be it at Boca, be it at wherever. I don't care. Until they come back and said, all these waters are clear, I'd have been right there on the shoreline. I'd have been at their truck. I'd have been fucking there. But no, she gets pissed off and says, they never notified me. How could they notify you? You didn't even go to thank them. Thank you for coming. Thank you for searching. Give me a break. That pisses me off. And then the PI, I don't know if the PI, I honestly think the PI, for all the shit he was doing, live streaming and the drones and all that, I think he looks like an idiot for not seeing the car in there, and that's why he's pissed. And he turned everybody, he started this bandwagon with AWP, Adventures for Purpose. So everything they say, he's got to do the counter. I think he's just salty because he wanted that reward. He wanted the limelight, But yeah, everybody's mad. The guy goes, my name is Lori, and there's 2 Loris. Come on. The only people that seemed like they cared or wanted to interact with AAP or AWP was the people that had phone numbers. I don't care. I would have been there. But ever since she was found, everybody's mad at them. Are they suggestive? Yeah. With this dude, yeah. Looks a little funny. I don't know if I believe his story. They say there's a lot they can't show. But, you know, I just... And then them not putting out anything. They could have put an end to a lot of these rumors. If it is just an accident, they could have put a lot of this stuff at rest by coming out and going, no. You know, okay, we seen the video from the roadside assistance. It's not Kylie's vehicle. License plate, you know. Even if he parked to the front of the car, she got a front plate. They would have pictures. So that would either, it's a mistaken identity or it is her. You know, there's shit they could put to rest that they're not. And that's funny. You know, and I keep going back to that 55,000 fentanyl pills getting busted. Who did that? Who busted that? Was that Highway Patrol or was that Prosser? Sheriffs? Who did that bust? And was that bust from information? Maybe somebody put some pressure on about this Kiely case, and somebody turned. You know, that's a lot of pills. There's a lot of rich people. There's a lot of Hollywood in that area. Tahoe, Prosser, in that area. What was it? Truckee. You know, a lot of famous people from Truckee. A lot of famous people go to Truckee in that area. You know, it wouldn't be nothing to have a big old shady cops, shady sheriff running drugs, you know, all that good shit. You know, the families, all these families are in cahoots together. Hell, it could be a Satan. The whole town could be devil worshippers. And you know, I watched a movie like that once, where the whole town was devil worshippers, and people would come in and stay at the one hotel, the lodge, and then they would get them and sacrifice them, you know, which she was a resident. But anyways, you know, there's a whole lot of shit that don't add up. And because it don't add up, it makes everything look 9 kinds of crazy, suspicious. And then you got people that's got these wild-ass imaginations, like she was pregnant and she was shot by a negligence charge, and she was naked, and she was tied up with a seatbelt, and she was put in there a week later, and she, you know, it's just crazy. But all this shady shit, that's the problem. That's the problem. And there's a list of it. The shady shit is the longest list. We've got a facts list that's about that long. Then we've got a theories and what the hell am I want? Assumptions and speculations, and that list is about that fucking long. And then you got the shit that just don't seem right. That list is motherfucking 4 foot long. So, yeah. What y'all think? I don't know if anybody watches these or not. I don't pay attention to views and all that shit. I'm just putting them out there. I'm just ranting and raving. But, what do you think? If y'all watch this shit, somebody answer me.
Yeah, boy. Somebody make that number damn right.
But anyway, I'm in town. I don't want no damn 5-0 popo seeing me play with my phone. But y'all have a good day. Howdy.